Welcome to Reforged Eden for Empyrion Galactic Survival. In the last part, we went out and did a circuit of the planet, and I'll be completely honest, I'm a little bit disappointed in what I found because I was hoping to find an abandoned factory or an abandoned reactor, and it's for that reason what I want to do is go up and take a look at the rest of the planet here. So we're going to go out and do a little bit more exploring. And the other reason for doing that is the fact that my original plan was to spend a little bit of time off camera gathering resources so that I could have the resources to actually build up this base, but it didn't exactly go that way. Life's got very busy recently, so therefore I'm gonna need to rethink my strategy for a little bit, in the sense that I do need to make the components in order to get this base up and running. And I've already made a core so that I can core the building, and what I'm thinking is to make a solar capacitor and a couple of small solar panels just to get up and running. And I'm half tempted to maybe even make a small constructor, but I'm not totally sure I actually need that at the moment. But one thing I do want to do is make some concrete blocks. I want to make maybe actually more than that, so let's make about 120. Well, effectively what I'm going to do is exhaust all this crushed stone, and the reason I'm making these concrete blocks is the fact that once I core the base, I'm going to have to fill in some gaps and put some extra protection around, like say the large constructor, which is at the moment, if I show you up here, is a little bit exposed. So our initial step is to try and block this in to give me a secure area. We've got a few kind of messy bits and pieces here, and of course because I've got the multi-tool now, and I can now tidy this base up a little bit, make it a little bit easier to kind of move around here. Now the other thing I've also done is opened up the shower in here. Somebody actually posted a comment and say a big thank you to them, who said that, well, there's a shower inside the thing. So what we should be able to do now is just get rid of that radiation now. So we're back to 0. So that means we can now creep around the Prometheum a little bit better. And what I'm kind of probably thinking of doing is maybe digging this down a little bit, putting the core underneath here, and then putting a concrete floor in here so that I can walk around a little bit and I don't have to do silly things like jump up like here to get to the armor locker. So that's the way I'm planning on this base, and in some ways I actually wouldn't mind actually putting several floors in here. And of course, more importantly, what we're going to need to do is get some cannons and defenses on here as well. I think to that end as well, I mean, we're really knocking out the concrete blocks. I think I'm going to make about 20 or 30 steel blocks. We've got the steel plates for them, and I can mine some more should I need them. Now my other main concern about building the base up too much is whether there's going to be a CPU limit that's going to have an impact. We'll just have to see how that actually works out. Just want to make sure we've got some more biofuel. I think I'm going to hook that out and just check here. I mean, I have put some additional biofuel in there. I think we'll keep the rest. In fact, what I'll do is I'll put it into container controller. We'll just split the difference. I'm taking some power cells with me. I think I've got some steel plates. Of course I was doing that looting. That can go in there as well. And I think I'm about ready to go off and do a little bit more exploring. Can't remember, the thrusters are off. And away we go. And this time what I want to do is go north. Another thing I do want to do is retrieve this UCH dart. I've got an idea for this, and that I probably won't repair it and use it as such. But what I will probably do is core it and then rebuild it into a better SV, but that will be for a future video. And what we're going to do is just going to go out and go north and see what we can find. I actually can't remember if I've actually reloaded my guns. Not that I'm planning on using them, but you never know. The silicon deposit up there, in some ways I wouldn't mind mining that out. But I'm going to tempt fate again by saying that I'll rather do that off camera. What we're going to do is quite literally just scoot north and see what we can find. And just take advantage of the daylight. I mean, we've got the large wreckage here that I can come over and loot as well. And of course, we've got all these other little bits of wreckage as well, which we can pick up. What I would like to do is just find an abandoned building or abandoned reactor so we can get in and get some really good loot. But I have to admit, I haven't had really... Oops, I'm probably not high enough. No, I'm not high enough. I must admit, I haven't really had a lot of luck with my last couple of starts in this game. I've always seemed to be on planets that have been very short when it comes to alien POIs. Got this area here. And again, a big thank you to the person who left a comment saying that there is cobalt in this area as well. And what we'll do is we'll just have a little bit of a scout round and see if we can see any cobalt or anything else in this area here. There's some magic mushrooms there. I don't think that rock there is cobalt. We'll just take a quick look. Because of course they may have changed the textures in the game. And that looks very much like a rock. But we'll take it. I can hear something moving around as well. It'll just kind of scrape across the surface here. And somebody did say that the trees in this area provide a lot more wood. Is that a tree or whatever that is? Let's take a look at that. This says please stop ship for. Let me just up there. See. What is this? Wow, we've got 9 logs for that. They are very much right. Come on, game. We're just going to skype through here. Don't want to pick up too many logs because they're quite heavy. But I just want to keep a supply, so there is a good mining source in here. I'm not seeing any cobalt or promethium. I don't really want to spend too long in here. There's some more magic mushrooms. What's that over there? Sometimes this horrible kind of yellowish colour can distort what you're looking at. Actually, that could be cobalt. Come on, game. That is actually a cobalt. Right. Only get one? There should be 2. Okay. I mean, having access to a little bit of cobalt would be very useful to build some of the more kind of eccentric items for the base. We'll certainly take that pentaxid, keep adding it to our collection. How am I doing radiation wise? We haven't put any rads on just yet. I think that's due to the fact that I'm not really spending that long outside the cockpit. I'm just literally jumping out, jumping back in again. Let me just... if we can see there's a little bit more pentaxid over there. I'm gonna sneak over, get that. Another rock there, but that looks a little bit like silicon. If it is silicon, we'll take it. Just you. Definitely hear something creeping around here. Let me just get a bit more height. That there. That just looks like an ordinary rock. A little bit more pentaxid there. Thank you. I think, yeah, it's an ordinary rock, aren't you? Well, we'll take you. I think I've got a little bit turned around. I think I'm kind of going south again. So we need to go back this way. And of course it's getting dark. And some pentaxid there. I mean, the main reason I'm collecting pentaxid is not so much for the warp drive, but if I'm lucky enough to be able to get something that can mount shields, a bit of pentaxid could make all the difference if we have to go in against a hostile POI. I can get shields on an SV or something. Right over there. I don't have the weapons on. Trying to take me on, were you? I knew there was something creeping around here. Oh, come on, game. Don't know if I can dig him out a little bit. Yeah. Oh, we got fire moss scrapings. Yes, that would be very useful. I'm going to start looking for these infiltrators then. Because fire moss scrapings can help me make some more advanced medication. I think it's confetti moss scrapings are the better ones, but okay, be okay. Oh, there's a buggy there. I don't think it's going to be really worth wasting ammunition on one of those unless there's something really valuable around here we can pick up. There's some silicon there, but I'm not going to run the risk of getting zapped, but just to get a little bit of silicon. Okay, that looks like we're out of there. I need to take some oxygen. A bit more, I think. Put that up. So we got 6 cobalt. Some. What we'll do is we'll put this in the fridge. Probably slip the pentaxid. Oh, nah, that's a little bit too heavy. For some reason we got rock in this fridge as well. Got a little bit of silicon ore. Right, we're still in radiated fog. For some reason. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Oh, I'm out of fuel. Oh, a little bit of a disaster there. Okay. Oh, that bit of a fail, wasn't it? We're gonna have to use some of our emergency. Put that in there. Yeah, that was my fault for not paying attention. I think I was so wrapped up in exploring that area there, I didn't watch my fuel going down. That means that I've now had to use some of my key fuel resources. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to kind of curve back to this area here and see. I mean, I'd love to get in on that Prometheum, but we know that there's a drone there. There's some more Prometheum around here, which I did mine. I can't remember where it was. It's over here, wasn't it? Yeah, 60% left. So maybe we need to go up round the top there and get there. Actually, what I can do is... What I can do is come in here, hover constructor. I thought I had some trees going on here. Okay, I need to get... Right, let me just put this into the container controller. Get that in there. And what we can do now is just come into here. I think I'm just going to knock out some more of these. Let me say, this radiated fog isn't helping matters very much. I'm just going to throw out a scan and see what's around here. Right, we've got an unknown signal over there. So we're going to go and check that out. Hopefully there won't be any drones defending it. Right, we've got a copper deposit here. I would really love that copper deposit. What I'm going to do is come in here. Don't need to take you. Yeah, we're going to have to stop and do a little bit of mining. Actually, yeah, we're going to do a bit of mining and then we'll just get in close here. That looks like it's going to be quite deep as well, so I have to drop down here. Of course, we're going to have to put in a connector, put that in the mini fridge, back to container controller. Of course, we're going to double tap. And you've got to keep an eye. We're going to need to keep an eye on the temperature. It's quite low as well. In fact, I think what we're going to do is just going to have to. Good chance here. Where's my thermal regulator? Just put the thermal regulator there. Oops. Double tap again. Just going to drill down for this copper. Right, I've finally managed to get to the copper. I'm down very deep at the moment, so I'm not too sure how much of this is going to get drilled out. I'm also a little bit worried about the radiation as well, but we'll just have to see how it goes. Ah! I'm stunned. I'm stunned. Gotcha. Oh. That was an incredible piece of luck, that was, simply because I was just in the process of coming back up to, as you probably noticed, that I was just in the process of deploying my portable constructor, because I thought, well, what I'm going to do is put some of this copper in and convert it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I should do that. Yeah, that I was exactly in that process, and I literally stood there, and he appeared and scared the living daylights out of me. What we should be able to do now is grab the mini fridge. Oh, I thought, oh yeah, I've got a couple of drinks here, so we can pump them in. I mean, they only increase the health by a relatively small amount because these have been nerfed. We got the dino stew there. What I should have done is use that, because that would give me 90 health, but I don't really want to waste the food on that. So, I mean, I can use the natural sweeteners, as long as I don't get indigestion. So whether we can cure that with, pop a couple of these as well, and we can eat this. Looking for something that's going to give me a reasonable amount of health. They've really nerfed the health from some of these foods now. Well, we can probably eat that. That'll give me 370. Okay, thank you. Radiation is building up a little bit as well. I think what I'm going to do is mine a little bit more. And then... I mean, you can see how deep this mine actually is. And that's what, of course, one thing is about the radar is that it doesn't actually show up creatures like that coming in. Right. Back thinking, I'm just going to pick up a little bit more copper and I'll be right back. Right, we've got nearly 30% out of here, and I'm afraid I've got to stop because the other day I actually bashed my right hand, and having to hold down the key to mine is starting to have a bit of an impact. My index finger's starting to hurt actually, which is a little bit ironic, but so I'm gonna have to stop mining there. I'm gonna have to come back at another time and actually do that. I think what we'll do is we'll just take that out, you up, and then pick you up, and we're just gonna jump back into the ship. here. Container controller. Yeah, I'm certainly going to have to come out another time and mine these resources out. So we got a bit of stone dust. We didn't actually get much out of that golem. And we're just going to break that. And oops, I'm a bit low on oxygen. So we're just going to top my oxygen up a little bit. Actually, I've got some bandages as well. So that should push my health up a little bit as well. I keep forgetting about the bandages give health. Now, while we're in this area, I want to try something which I think Snafu suggested in the comments, or not so much suggested, he actually asked a question about whether you can actually do this, and I must admit I didn't know the answer. So what we're going to do is come down to here. We've got 0.2 of radiation, and what he said is that if you come down here and go into the water, will that actually get rid of the radiation? I'm just going to go in and find out and have a little bit of a walk round. No. So going into the lake will cool you off, but it will not wash off radiation. So the only way you get rid of radiation is by actually taking a shower or using medication. So that's a good tip to do. What's that over there? What are you? What is that? Never seen that before. Some spice there as well, so we might get into a little bit of trouble here. So I'm just gonna it's gone away. We've got the spices. What is this? We hack it down. Didn't get anything for it. I'm not going to mess around with the pteropod. It's not really worth the effort, to be honest. But we're facing south again. I really want to go north. Anything else around up here? No. Right, there's a Xerax base there, so we kind of push northwest and see what we can find. Look, one of our fire breathing friends are there. How are we doing? We're not really getting anything on the radar. I'd half expect that the Xerax should be showing up by now. Oh no, we're probably a little bit too far north now. Let me just come down here. I'm just going to fly through here and I'll be back when we find anything. Well, that didn't take too long. I've just found an energy signature. I think I'm just going to stop trying to go over the top of the mountains. We'll just get a bit more height. Really got to get up into the habit of doing here. I am keeping my eye open for sand golems, so if we can get some more rare resources. So it says the energy signature is over here. It's quite often up in these borderlands you can actually find sand golems and other more strange creatures. What is that there? Oh, is that silicon? Yeah, it's silicon. But I'm very interested in what this energy signature is going to be. And we're kind of skating across the top of the Xerax area at the moment. I don't really want to get in there unless I have to. And it looks very much like, no, it says there's an energy signature 1.5 kilometers away. It looks very much like we found another crashed ship. And we found a crashed capital vessel. Is it defended? Doesn't look like it. This one's actually out in, so we're right on the so we've kind of crept into Xerax territory. Because if I call this, it's gonna stir things up a little bit, isn't it? Get in here. Don't really want to attract a lot of attention. here. Let me just get into here. I know we're in Xerax territory, thank you, game. Definitely going to need a double tap now to guard against incoming drones. Turn the light on as well. Take a look round and see what is going on here. An entrance there. Not really seeing anything. Got a container controller there. And do is just go. Now I've got a multi-tool. Go that way. Oh, we'll take the medicine and the beans. Ah! Nearly fell off the top. Certainly don't want to do that. Lost contact with your drone yesterday. Yeah. We got anything back here? Right, it's kind of indicating that we can go down into this underneath it area here. But what in here? Again, it looks very sparse. Wow, what happened there? Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Just curiosity is just getting the better of me. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna put a little bit of a door in here. Quick look. We've got 14 container boxes. Okay, access container controller. We're gonna have a little bit of a quick whiz down here, fast as possible. See what we can grab. But at the same time, we need to do this as quickly as possible. We're getting plenty of food, we're just not getting anything. Well, it looks like we're definitely not gonna have a food shortage. We're getting some nice meds from here. Cargo box 4, 5. Well, food. Well, we'll take it. Some more meds. Okay, anything else in here? Back. Fuel tank, generators, managed fuel, oxygen. I think 1, 5. We've got 6 oxygen. There's 35 left. Fuel wise, fuel is a little bit. Some fuel out of it. I'm sounding a bit twitchy is because I am. I'm very much aware that I'm currently stood on top of a base. Not seeing anything else. We've got access terminals. Not seeing any thrusters. The generator's missing. Got a couple of nice fuel tanks in here, but they're medium fuel tanks. 4 O2 station, 1 medic. And that's about it. So I think we've got the best of what we can out of here. And what we're going to do is we'll retrieve that. Of course, we don't ever get the core back, but we kind of get off the ground. I think I'm running a little bit heavy. Yeah, I think I'm a. Oops, what's going on? Oh, for some reason I keep pressing the Alt key. I'm aware that we're in Xerax territory, so we don't really want to hang around here too much. Let's just go north. I feel a bit more comfortable if I was actually once I'm outside of Xerax territory, because there's always a very real risk that you're going to run into a patrol. Actually, how far? Okay, so we're going to have to literally go around the top of the lake here. Right. So we've left Xerax territory. What should give me an opportunity now to kind of take. We're out of Xerax territory. Let's just get a chance to take stock. So we got some more beans, that there, and that in there. container controller, that in there. We'll do here. Mini fridge, some canned meat. We got some antibiotic injections, some more food. We got some antibiotic pills, and we got another red container. Overall, not a bad haul actually, especially this antibiotic injection and what was the other one? I can't remember what it was now. Oh, the antibiotic pills. That is going to make a little bit of a difference. We'll be going through quite a lot of oxygen at the moment, which is a slight cause for concern. I don't really want to return to the Heidelberg just yet. I would rather just keep going at the moment around the top here. I think we're going to be okay. Because well, up here we've got a lot of daylight, even if it is a bit misty. So we've got heat wave. So I think I'm just going to keep pushing on for a few more minutes, and then to see if we can find anything. So we're just going to keep running through here. But the Xerax territory has started to drift away. If I start moving back in again, I don't really just want to run round the pole here. It would be quite nice to see if we could get up over these mountains, but that might be a bit of a tougher proposition. So what we'll do is we'll just skirt round here. These are quite steep. And some of them have got snow on the top as well, so if we can push through here, maybe we can find our way in through here. I'm sure I just saw a signature flash up. Nope. It's just where are we? So there's a whole row. That's the crash capital vessel. Right, just see if we can fly up over the mountains. If you keep up a bit of momentum, you can normally do it. And we'll just keep some valleys here. I don't really want to get caught in the bottom of a valley, especially this close to Xerax territory. So what we'll do is we'll just fly across the... Well, there's an unknown signature over there, where if we can get down to that. So it's down this way, so we're literally going south, which will clear out this dark block here. So we are picking up the Heidelberg, which is about 4 kilometers away. And because of course we're going south now, we're coming back into the night, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's the way it goes. Not so copper just there, which I flew past, but that's okay. What we got here? That's iron. Another iron deposit. I always wanted an iron deposit. I don't think I feel the need to go that way, but they're saying that there's something in that direction, so we're just going to keep chasing the unknown signals for the moment. Found another golem. And we're gonna... That's revenge for sneaking up on me. Oh, we got a bit of promethium, a bit of rock. I think we're a bit stingy with the rare items here. Also noticed my fuel's dropping down a little bit again as well, so just fashion. Fuel. Gonna have to flip backwards and forwards. Pop some more of these in here. Player. Bridge back to container controller. Wow, we used up all those logs already. Ooh, that's a bit of a surprise. We're gonna have to mine some more logs. A bit more promethium. I certainly wouldn't mind converting this copper ore as well. 170. Turn about 30 of those. Because that's going to really consume my fuel. It's a bit of a problem. Oh, look at that. We've found another energy signature. Down there. I think that's one we visited, but got a couple of unknown signals that way. We'll just have to keep an eye out for some trees. And we'll try and fly across the mountaintops again. Oops. Ah! Oh, gotta get across, get across. No. Oh. Right, I've got another iron deposit. Thank you, game. Always had an undeniable urge for it to have an iron deposit. I need some trees. It'd be nice to find another radiation area here. I found another copper deposit, and wow. Okay, we're question is, could I sneak in? Looks like I've got a wall of Xerax in front of me here. I certainly wouldn't mind sneaking in and see if I can get that energy signature. It's going to be like a yellow Mr. Fire. Look at that. We've got the abandoned reactor and it's right in the middle of Xerax territory. Thank you, game. Oh well, that's the way it goes. And you'll probably find that one's probably an abandoned factory or something like that. I'm not sure I can... We go north again. See how far this Xerax territory... Wow, there's a lot of Xerax here. So we're going to go north again. See if we can kind of skirt around these... What was that? Oh, that's just rocks. It's going to go up over here. I think because we're running the constructor, we've only got 14 minutes of fuel left. Is not good. Even if because I don't really want to keep on using my energy packs to explore. We've got some. No, I don't really need this, but one, it's XP. Two, it means it will supplement the fact that I haven't yet found any trees. Just keep. And it's all nice, valuable XP. Looks like we might have some trees down over here. So we're quite literally on the edge of Xerax territory at the moment. Looks like we're going to have a nice big crop of trees in this area, so we can hack them down, make some... Yeah, we'll just stop here and cover some trees. Sorry, butterfly. What are you over there? Oh, you're the mules. You're no problem. We're getting a little bit of radiation up here as well. So 3 logs. We'll get the final tree in this area, and then we'll do. We've got another 7 logs. Jump back in. Ship. Or in there. keep knocking out the biofuel. We'll just fly across through this area. An unknown signal there. We're back in Xerox territory there. We got a whole crop of stuff in here in the middle of Xerox territory, which is annoying, but okay, thank you. We're kind of just skiting around the edge of them now at the moment. Don't really need food at the moment. Okay, we're just a little bit worried about should I run into a patrol. So I'm not really equipped at the moment to patrols. We're getting a lot further into Xerox territory than I was wishing to be. There's an energy signature 1.6 kilometers that way. My oxygen's getting low again already. Wow. Got to get some better armor. Okay, let me just tap the oxygen up again. Where are we? Well, we're not that far away from... I go to this energy signature and then go south a bit. We're just going to go this way. Oh, what's that? That must have been one thing I haven't seen yet. Why am I floating up in the air? I need to be... What was that? Let's turn the light off. I don't really need it. Get a bit of aberration as well in here. That's rock. Let's just go in amongst the trees here. Off the ground, please. I'm sure I heard something in here. Certainly going to get up close. We better pick these without actually. Grab you. Nope. I think the flashing is due to the fact that we're actually inside of the area on the map, which is the seam between the two parts of the map. So as soon as we get away from that, the flashing will disappear. Right, we found an ancient temple. Is that the one, the big one with all the... You go underground? Now that would be really cool if that is it. It is. Okay. Well, then maybe it's not. No, it's not the one. It's not the one I was thinking of. Apologies for that. Some sandworms. I think if I can get up over these mountains here, or round them, and go round them, that won't take us into Xerox territory. There's a lake there. If we can kind of zonk across it. But we just managed to get across the lake. The mules. Don't really like killing those unless I have to. I mean, they don't do any harm. So, creatures. Now, if I could find those inside of Talon territory, we could improve our standing with the Talon, I think. I think they count as predators. I'm not really seeing anything here. I think we'll get down as far as this lake. I mean, we're getting back into familiar territory, and I would have thought if I... let me just... I'm running out of fuel again. And give me another 16 minutes. Wow. This rate, I'm going to have to start using my power cells. Either that will restrict the amount of traveling I'm going to do. Here. Probably not helping my case, and probably with oops. It's ready to start knocking out the biofuel. Okay, we're back in Xerax territory again. So we're just skiting across. Gonna go down. There's the lake, there's the mountains. I'm gonna turn west now. Fly across the canyons. One thing about this ship, it does really seem to bounce across the top of things. Yeah, I could go up here, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sweep through here across the top of Talon territory, just to see if we can find anything in this direction. And maybe as we're crossing across the top of Talon territory, maybe we can zoom in there a bit and kill some predators. There's the ancient outpost, which again I don't think has got anything in it. Actually, we got that promethium deposit there. Seeing we're here, I'm just going to set a waypoint and head for it. I think considering I'm so far over now, I might as well go in and mine it. This is where the ancient artifact is as well, which I know is absolutely full of loot, but we're not going to get to it unless I can get a what we call it, an SV. Oh, look at that, there's another. Hello. Got some cobalt and some neodymium. Take that. I can hear a bug ugly around, so we better change the shotgun. Reload. And grab that taxi. Oh, is there another one there? He is. Okay. If I'm going to be mining that promethium, I can't afford to have these guys wandering around. Turn the light on. And what I'm going to do is come in here. And this is where I'm going to call it for the video, because to be honest, my finger is probably not up to mining promethium, and I do want to mine this. So this is what I'm going to call it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. What I will do is mine out the promethium deposit off camera, and then hopefully in the next part we will start putting our base together and seeing how things go. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.